Hey, what's up, fam? My name is Brehon, and I would like to welcome you guys back to the channel where we love to focus on financial and personal development. Family, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I hope your week has been phenomenal. Now, before I get started with the video, I'd like to give you guys a word out of a book that I'm currently reading. One of the many great books that's in my library, The Magic of Thinking Big. While I give you guys a great word out of this book, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, okay? Also, if you're interested in some cool teas like this one here, Buy Stocks and Chill, the link is in the description. Sold on Amazon at your doorstep in 2 or 3 days. All right. Now here it goes. Be extra cautious about this. Don't let negative thinking people, negators, destroy your plan to think yourself to success. Negators are everywhere, and they seem to delight in sabotaging the positive progress of others. And that's why they always say, don't tell everyone your goals, but don't tell everyone your dreams. Don't tell everyone your aspirations, because there is a high probability that people are going to be jealous. People are going to be envious. People are going to tell you that it's not going to work. All right. So again, establish your goals, establish your dreams, and go after them. And don't worry about what other people have to say. All right. Now, family, everything is just going crazy. Food prices are up. Gas prices are up. Interest rates are up. Mortgage payments are up. Rent prices are higher. And it appears that everything is just ripping at the seams. And now there is some new data that has finally come out about investors. Now we are having less and less people invest in the stock market. 1 in 4 Americans with money in the stock market are putting less in there as they spend more on everyday expenses, right? And so out of all of these people that were investing, 1 out of 4 are using that money to pay for other necessities. 58% of that money that they would be putting in the stock market is going to groceries. The other 47% is going to transportation and gas, utilities, 42%, debt, 39%, housing, 34%. And depending on the state that you live in, as the cold weather continues to come in, I'm in Virginia and it's around 34 or 40 degrees now. Gas prices and heating are going to soar. And so December, January, February, I could expect a huge increase in my bills as far as heating my homes and filling up my gas tanks. All right. So I know I'm going to be spending more money there. But for me, my saving, it's automatic. I try to save at least 15% of my income into the stock market. And so I'm continuously buying index funds. I'm continuously buying dividend paying stocks. I'm continuously buying U.S. large equity stocks, mid caps. And so personally for me, I've been here before. I know what happens in situations like this when the market and everything is looking very, very dismal. This is a time when success is being birthed. All right. And so when we get out of this thing, man, and the stock market begins to rally and shoot back up, those people that has held on, those people that has been consistently investing and buying stocks and investing in the market, they are going to be grateful that they did during this dismal time, because the gains are going to be explosive. All right. It's going to be explosive gains once we get out of this stuff. Now, it may take until 2024, because I really think 2023 is going to be a really, really tough year. I think that, I'm going to get into more of that. But again, let's go back to the chart here. As the market goes down, a full 2/3 of investors reach for their phones to doom scroll, continually checking their investments. Nearly twice as many men as women are checking the value of their investment multiple days per week. Well, I got to be honest with you. When it comes to my long-term investing portfolio, where I invest 15% of my income, I don't even look at it. I may look at it once a month just to see what my status is. But I know long-term, I'm just going to keep putting this money over there, and I'm going to keep buying and investing long term. Now, I do trade options, so I do have a separate account for that. So I use Fidelity for long term investing. I use TD Ameritrade. I use Robinhood for trading options and swing trading and things of that nature. Okay. But for the most part, man, stay committed. All right. Stay committed. But we are in all of this disarray, and there is one guy that's responsible for making sure we get back on track. Okay. And that is this guy right here. Now, if you don't know who this man is, he is the chairman of the Fed, Jerome Powell. Right. And Jerome Powell has a list of several primary responsibilities that he's responsible for when it comes to monetary policy and how the economy is performing. All right. So number one, his job is to push for maximum employment. Right. That's what his job is for. But when things get out of control like they are now, he pushed for the opposite. Right? He's pushing for the opposite. He stated many times before, due to the state of the economy, we need people to feel the pain. We need companies to begin laying off people. We need companies to begin downsizing. We need companies to begin restructuring what it do and how it performs its business operations, right? And so as a result of that, we were having massive layoffs across the board. And this is what the Fed, the chairman of the Fed, wants and needs in order to rebalance the economy, because the chairman believes that we've hired too many people too soon. Also, with the government giving out trillions and trillions of dollars, it's time to take that money back out of the economy. And so there are specific ways that he's going to have to go about ensuring that we begin taking these trillions and trillions of dollars out of the economy. All right. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but as of late, a wave of significant layoffs is crashing across Silicon Valley. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg cut 11,000 employees, or 13% of Facebook. Amazon has confirmed plans to slash as many as 10,000 corporate and tech jobs. Lyft, Robinhood, Stripe, Netflix, Coinbase, they're all downsizing, and they're not just axing jobs, they're also doing away with some of the perks that has become synonymous with working in tech. You know, I saw that Twitter, Elon, he's laying off a lot of people, and they had chefs at the facility, and the chefs were charging $300-400 per meal, per day, per person. Right. And so, companies are looking for ways to cut cost. Right. And, all this stuff is interconnected. But when the chairman sees these type of things happening, he knows that he's on the right path when it comes to rebalancing the economy. Now, if you're one of these folks that get caught with the short end of the stick, you're not happy about it. But the Fed, chairman of the Fed, he's looking in the grand scheme of things. And for him, it appears to be working. His plan appears to be working. He wants to bring the pain, and he stated this time and time again. He wants to bring the pain. All right. Now, also his responsibility is moderate long-term interest rates. Right. So for years, a decade, for years and years, the interest rate has been 2%, 3%. 3.5%, right? When the economy is doing well, that is the time to increase interest rates, right? When bread was $1.69 a loaf versus $3.29 a loaf right now. All right. So now, as all the prices of food, gas, and everything is going up, now is the time for the Fed to increase interest rates, because what he's trying to do is He wants to increase interest rates so much that it begins to bring the prices of food down. It begins to bring the prices of houses down. It begins to give people an opportunity to spend less on their credit cards because interest rates are going to be high on credit cards. So when it comes to interest rates, he should have been increasing the interest rates 3, 4, 5 years ago. Right? Not until we've gotten to this point where a house that was once $500,000 is now going for $800,000 in certain areas. That is ridiculous. The prices of houses are severely overpriced. And that's another responsibility that he has. He has the responsibility of managing the prices of houses. So he's trying to slow down this influx of just increase home values, right? And so that's another one of his responsibilities, right? So when you take a look at the chart here, back in January, the interest rate was between 3 to 3.5%. And now in November, the price of interest rates is around 7%. That is huge. That is huge. And so now a person that was paying $1,500 for paying a specific price for a house, now with 7% interest rate, that same house, that same cost may run you $2,400, right? And a lot of people don't have that. But that's what the Fed is trying to do. They're trying to increase these interest rates. They're trying to make it so these houses are unaffordable. So what's going to happen is, in order to offset things, the prices of those houses are going to have to come down. Okay. And so as the interest rate goes up, the price of houses should continue to come down. All right. It's a balancing act. And Jerome Powell is responsible for making sure that happens. All right. So also another of his core responsibility, right, is to stabilize prices. All right. Of all the items, all the necessities that we use, he gets data sent to him daily. Right. So this is the Consumer Price Index. And this is pretty much an index of all the necessities that the necessities that we need for everyday living. And so when we take a look at all items year over year, we're paying 7.7% more than what we paid last year. Year over year, we're paying 10.9% more for food over what we paid last year. Energy, gas, electricity. We are paying 17% more than what we were paying November of last year. And that number will continue to increase. That number will go to 20%. It may go to 25%. It will continue to increase, right? Also, all items, less food and energy, 6.3%. And so the Fed, Jerome Powell, he has a huge responsibility. He has a huge burden. Jerome Powell has allowed the wealthiest, the top 1%, to get wealthier and wealthier and wealthier. And what's going to happen is the people at the bottom is going to suffer. They're going to suffer. They're going to pay a heavy price. There are going to be so many more layoffs coming in 2023. It's going to be ridiculous. And one of the ways that you can help gauge the economy is by paying attention to Walmart. In the spring, Walmart had stated that, hey, we're not selling as much as we used to. We have excess of inventory in-house. Target came out. They said the same thing. Now, if Walmart is a company that uses data, statistics, and analytics to place their orders, right? And so they're gauging the market, they're using their research and development team, and they are ordering material and product and supplies and providing services based on the expectations, based on history, right? And so what they did was they misjudged. They made a bad decision and ordered an excess in inventory. And now the Walmart distribution houses or Walmart distribution centers have an excess of inventory. So that is a telltale sign that the economy, the people aren't spending as much money as they should. I know some people that was receiving all of this money through the, these stimulus packages. A lot of people still haven't spent their money. So there are around 2.5 trillion dollars still in savings accounts all across America because people are afraid to spend that money. And this is hurting, the Fed's idea of taking money out of the economy. Because if you have a large amount of people that aren't spending their money, well, he can't get or extrapolate that money back out of the system. But somehow, some way he will, because he will continue increase his interest rate, and he will eventually take trillions of dollars out of the economy. All right, now family, I hope the video wasn't too long. I hope this video added some value to you. Now, if it did, hey, please hit that like, subscribe button, and keep coming back for more wealth building information. Peace.